The world you think you know is only the surface. Beneath familiar maps and comforting geography lies something far older, far stranger, and far more unsettling. There are places on Earth where physics collapses, where sound vanishes, where machines fail, where people disappear, where time behaves like something alive, bending, twisting, erasing. These aren't myths, they're real locations, documented by scientists, governments, historians, and sometimes by terrified witnesses who never fully recovered. And today, we're entering 5 of them. But hear us the unsettling truth. Every one of these locations has something in common. Something researchers refuse to admit publicly. You'll recognize it by the time we reach the end. So stay with me, because what you're about to hear may change the way you see Earth forever. Most people fear loud places, but there exists a place where silence is so absolute, it becomes dangerous. The world's most silent room, the anechoic chamber, absorbs 99.9% of all sound. In there, your heartbeat becomes thunder. Your lungs crackle like paper. Your joints pop like firecrackers. After a few minutes, hallucinations begin. But here's the disturbing part. When engineers first built this chamber, they discovered something terrifying. People inside could hear sounds that weren't their own. Whispers, footsteps, a low humming, rhythmic, almost mechanical. No external device detected any noise. So where were the sounds coming from? Some neurologists claim they are auditory hallucinations resulting from sensory deprivation. But one researcher slipped a sentence under his breath that was recorded accidentally. It's almost like something is speaking through the silence. A strange thing happens when you remove every external noise. You become the loudest thing in the room, unless something else is already there. But this is only the beginning. Our next location doesn't just silence sound, it erases it entirely. Even outdoors, deep in northern Europe lies a forest so quiet, locals won't enter it at night. Not because they're superstitious, but because nothing makes noise there. No birds, no insects, no wind rustling through branches. Even footsteps fade into nothing. Acoustic engineers brought high-sensitivity microphones to investigate, but they picked up less noise inside the forest than inside the world's quietest laboratories. One specialist described the experience as standing inside a dead frequency, but then something stranger emerged. Sound didn't simply disappear. It was being absorbed, as if the forest was drinking vibrations. Botanists found that trees there have abnormal bark patterns, thick, twisted, almost sponge-like. Some theorized evolutionary adaptation. Others whispered about something older, an ancient mineral found in the soil that absorbs wave patterns in unnatural ways. A local legend tells of a tribe that once lived nearby but vanished suddenly. Only a carved stone remained with a single phrase: "We cannot live in the mouth of what listens." If sound can be swallowed, what else can be taken? Our next location suggests the answer may be time. There's a region in South America known by scientists as a temporal disturbance zone. Machines glitch, GPS resets, watches stall. Animals avoid it entirely. Explorers have documented something astonishing. People entering the zoo walk for hours, but when they exit, only minutes have passed. One researcher broke protocol and wrote in his private notes, "Whatever's underground is bending time the way heat bends air." Is it a geological anomaly, an ancient technology, or something living under the earth? We don't know. And if time can vanish, what happens when reality itself fractures? The strangest discovery came when they dropped a metal sphere to measure depth. It fell for 23 seconds, far too long for the size of the opening. But the sound of impact never returned. Then, 2 days later, the sphere was found outside the hole, lying on the sand ice cold, as if it had been placed there deliberately. Locals believe the pit is a threshold, a place where Earth touches another layer of existence. Some shamans warn, what goes down returns, changed. Geologists cannot explain any part of it, one quietly admitted. It behaves like space, not Earth. A hole where gravity misbehaves is disturbing, but our final location may be the most unsettling of all, because it follows you. In a vast desert region, explorers observed a phenomenon that defies every scientific principle. Shadows move independently of the objects that cast them. Not always, not predictably, but consistently enough to be documented. A rock's shadow might shift sideways, while the rock itself remains still. A person's shadow might stretch toward them instead of away. Some shadows disappear entirely, only to reappear minutes later, distorted. For decades, scientists blamed optical illusions caused by heat, until night footage proved the same effect under moonlight, and even during total darkness using infrared. The scariest phenomenon happened in 2013. A research team recorded their own shadows lagging behind them, delayed by several seconds. Not the video, the shadows themselves. The leading theory. The desert sits atop an electromagnetic anomaly that distorts light paths. But some physicists have quietly suggested something else. A fracture in the layers of reality, where multiple versions of objects momentarily overlap. One researcher wrote anonymously, "These shadows are not distortions. They are previews." Previews of what? No one knows. 5 places. 5 anomalies. Silence that listens. Forests that swallow sound. Regions where time bends. Holes that defy physics. Shadows that behave like life. Different locations. Different symptoms. And yet, all share one impossible similarity. Every one of them lies directly on the same global alignment. A massive geologic line that stretches across continents and oceans. An alignment older than civilizations. Older than human memory. Older, perhaps, than Earth as we know it. Some scientists call it coincidence. Others call it a map. But the truth is far simpler and far more terrifying. Earth is not a finished planet. It is still changing, still evolving, still revealing what it truly is. And these 5 places, they are the cracks where reality leaks through. Thanks for watching. If you want to explore more unexplained phenomena, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Until next time, stay curious.